Hi guys, I am back with another video. So this is going to be Motivational Monday. It's going to be a get ready with me. I'm getting ready to go to my cousin Larry's. Today's his birthday and his girlfriend is having a surprise birthday party for him at the restaurant. The restaurant that I always go to, Shannon's Place. So we're just going to have a small gathering. I'm lining my lips with this lip liner called Nutmeg. But I'm actually filling it all the way in. So the motivation for this week, I was thinking of what I could chat with y'all about. And because it's the end of the year, this is the time of year we all kind of just reflect on the previous year, set our goals and intentions for next year. But this year was so strange and different, right? I know a lot of people who stayed on track and, you know, got a lot of things accomplished and everything like that. And that's great. But then there was a lot of people who were off. Just off, you know. So I want to talk about self-care. Like, I want all of us to do a self-care check-in with yourself. And there's two parts to the self-care check-in. One is just all about you, right? Self-care, and I got a couple notes to make sure I mention. Because we've all been stressed. We've all experienced emotions and everything that we are maybe not used to. There's a lot of death, a lot of grief, a lot of job loss, all of that. And I've talked to you guys about, you know, what I've gone through this pandemic. When it first started, I felt so good about the time out. It felt like a big old huge time out. Nobody could go nowhere. You know, we were like like locked in for real. Now people are kind of moving about a little bit, but you still want to be careful. But when it first started, when this pandemic first hit, I felt relieved. Just based on what I was going through, I just needed a mental timeout. But then, you know, we all would have never guessed in a million years, first of all, that it was happening, but second of all, that it's still going on, right? So as time went on, I was like, hold up. So as time went on, I started getting restless. And then as more time went on, I started experiencing people around me losing their loved ones. You know? And then it was just getting closer and closer to my front door. People that I knew personally and in my family that got sick from the virus. Then my sister died. Then I had an uncle who died, my dad's brother. 2.5 months later, his sister died. So can you imagine my dad and his siblings? He only has one sibling left now. But they lost 2 siblings this year. I lost 1. None of which was COVID related. So it was just like, whoo. Amongst other things, you know, because life just still, amongst COVID, even though we're in the midst of COVID, life just still keeps happening, right? Family quarrels and misunderstandings and job loss and trying to figure stuff out. It was a lot. It's a lot. And it is very important to stop and check in with yourself. When I think of the word self, I'm going to use this acronym. A quick little acronym for self. The S in self is stop. Just take a moment and stop. Literally. Sit down, lay down, and just stop. And sit with yourself. Have a notebook in hand, a journal. And the E is evaluate. Evaluate how you're feeling right now. Maybe you're feeling good and maybe you're feeling great, and that is wonderful. Write that down. How are you feeling? Evaluate what's going on in your heart. Evaluate what's going on in your mind. And the L is let those feelings be. After you evaluate them, feel them. Let yourself feel those feelings. I think sometimes when we're feeling a certain way, especially if they're negative emotions, we try to cover them up. We try to pretend they're not really there. We try to suppress them. And we all know there's a number of different ways we can suppress how we're really feeling, right? But just give yourself time to feel those feelings. And then the F is follow up. And what I mean by follow up is follow up with how you're feeling. If you're feeling sad, if you're feeling hopeless or something like that, do something about it. Go talk to somebody. Let somebody else know how you're feeling. So follow up. If you're feeling happy, everything is going great, check in on somebody else. Maybe you can help somebody else. I think it's really, really important. I think it's really, really important to let someone know what you need at this moment. Especially for, I'm looking for a particular brush, I can't find it. Especially for the moms and dads at home with children. And you're a teacher now. You're a 5th grade teacher now. You're like, look, I did not sign up to be a teacher, but you are now a teacher. You got the kids at the house. You're working from home. And maybe you're just overwhelmed. I see it on my timeline on Facebook all the time. Some of y'all are just straight up overwhelmed. Let somebody know that. And ask for help. Maybe you're not, in the place where you feel like you need a therapist. I think we all need therapists. We all should be in some type of, whether it's group therapy or something. But that's a whole nother video. But the people that are closest to you, let them know. Hey, you know what? I really feel like I need a day off. I need a break. Can we bring the kids over? Or can you come over and watch the kids while we go out? Or while I go out if you're single, if you're a married couple. Because I know some married couples together, they are stressed out because they got the kids at the house. So I'm not just talking about if you're single. It doesn't matter. Let somebody know. Ask for help. Ask for help. And if you can't, let's say, for example, if you really want to go get your nails done or your feet done or something and you haven't been able to afford it, but or a massage or something like that, and you really want to do that because you're just so stressed out, ask for that. There's somebody in your life that you can say, you know what, I really would like it if you would treat me to a spa day. I know that sounds crazy, but there should be somebody in your life that you can go to and say, I'm just struggling right now. And what would really make me feel better is if I just had a massage. or go get a pedicure. Because you know, when you go to the pedicure place, you can get a massage. Those massage chairs, some of them is really, really good. So that's what I want to, I don't know where I left off at. I really don't. So self, stop. E, evaluate. L, sit with your emotions. Let yourself feel what you're feeling. And then F, follow up with those feelings. And on the flip side, if you're feeling good, your resources are fine. You haven't, I know some people who haven't missed a beat during this time. Who in your circle, in your family that you can reach out to without them even having to ask you. If you see they homeschooling, if you see they lost their job, reach out to them and say, how can I help you? Is there anything I can do to help? Because sometimes people don't want to ask for help. They feel some kind of way, you know? Because that's because sometimes people make you feel some kind of way. But I'm talking about trusted people. We should all have a few trusted people in our lives that we can, you know, express ourselves with. But if you're that person who's doing fine, definitely reach out, because actually that is self-care. When you give of yourself, that feels so, so good. Another thing I want to say is if you are working from home every day, a lot of y'all ain't even getting dressed for the day. Y'all just staying in y'all pajamas. How do I know that? Because I did that. Prior to the pandemic, years ago, I used to always work from home anyway. At a previous job, I worked from home for like 6 years. I wasn't getting dressed every day. Take a hot shower and put on some fresh pajamas and be in pajamas or that sweatsuit all day. And that is okay, but I want to suggest every once in a while, even if it's just one day out the week. And some people are getting dressed every day. I'm talking about those who aren't. One day out the week, get dressed. Matter of fact, get dressed up. Have you ever gotten dressed up and put on a full face of makeup and ain't going nowhere? My sister used to do that all the time. That girl knows she used to dress up every day, whether she was going somewhere or not. So get dressed up. And of course, clean up, reorganize, purge. One of the things that I did, I reached out. You know how you got a closet bar, right? And you got too many clothes on that bar. You got too many clothes on that bar. Well, the bar gave away and it broke. And it pulled away some of the drywall. And then all of my clothes were on the floor. And it was annoying me so bad that I just had this pile of clothes on the floor. Sometimes I needed to go in that closet and get something, so I'll be digging for it and look for it, and then I'll pull. So then now clothes are just pulled out. It was horrible. And it still is, but I reached out. I had two cousins that one was going to come and then I canceled. Then another cousin, one of my male cousins, came and measured. He's just going to redo the whole thing and give me some shelving and just redo the closet. Hold on, y'all. And just redo the closet, but I had to ask for help, and I know that's a lot because he's busy. And so it wasn't a hurry. It was like, when you get a chance, can you help me with my closet? So you guys, do not hesitate to ask for help. If there is a project that you said you wanted to do during this pandemic, but you really never got to it because, like I said, the kids came home unexpectedly from school. We all didn't know this was going to happen with the kids not even going to school. You didn't know, for me, I didn't know I was going to be dragging. Depression set in, you know, when my sister died. And so then now I'm dragging and I got to pull myself out this depression and all this and stuff. So if there was something that you wanted to do this year that didn't get done, ask for help. It's not too late to get that garage cleaned out, or, you know, your closet reorganized like me, or something that'll make you feel good. Something for self. And we can't do it all by ourselves. Sometimes we have to reach out and ask for help. So, what I want you to do, get your journal, stop. Some dedicated time to stop. Okay, so I'm getting ready to get out of here. Got on my little earrings, popped on a hat, and this little jacket shirt. But, so, a self-care check-in. Sit with yourself. Schedule that time, you know, to just sit with yourself. Evaluate how you're feeling. Let yourself feel those feelings. Write them down, and then follow up. If you need to reach out, reach out. If you're in a good place, reach out to somebody that you know could use your help. And it doesn't have to be anything major, but just, you know, they might just need you to help them with the kids. They might need you to come and help clean up their house. Or you might need that. You might need that. Me and my house is a wreck. I really don't feel like it even. I just can't do it right. I'm just wore out. Ask somebody to help you. And if you don't have a circle of friends or a circle of support in your life that you can even do that with, then that's what you need to change. You need to evaluate that and change that. Because we all should have at least one person that we can confide in, reach out to help with no judgment. Yeah. So that is my quick Motivational Monday, you guys. I am finna go to this party, and I might do a separate video, so stay tuned for that. And I'll see you guys in my next one.